Good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm here representing Keenan and his opinions on Russia and what we need to do and how we need to act. So, Russia is a country that is undermining the strength of the Western powers, and they're going to continue disunity with us. They're going to put people against each other, opposing ends, like poor against the rich, black versus white. They're going to put governments against each other. They're going to force anti-British views on Americans and anti-American views on the British. If we don't do anything about it, then communism will come out and rule, and it'll cause an international destruction. It'll set the Western worlds against each other, and the all Soviet propaganda is negative and destructive, and we need to combat it. We need to effectively have a way to go against it. The Soviet is secretly trying to increase their power to cover their weaknesses so that we are not prepared for what they have and that we don't know what we're going to be getting into. We need to take immediate action. They are closing in on surrounding countries like Turkey. And if we don't take action as soon as possible, then it may cause the demise of the Western nations.
Okay, hello. It's actually Keenan, and I'm here to represent Wallace. Wallace has similarly opposing views. I'd like to take it from the Russian standpoint. For the past years of their history, they've been, as I describe it, struggling to stay as a protective nation, rather unsuccessfully avoiding invasions, fending them off. Henceforth, we can see their distrust of the Western world. I'm just speaking from their perspective. I would also like to speak for the world as a whole, as in this armaments race, this race for nuclear power, it can only lead to more war. And frankly, I just don't want to see in the near future a World War III. The sequel was bad enough. I'd rather seek unity and peace in these disturbing times, especially as we are reconstructing and disassembling Germany into their own separate sovereign nations. I think this is a prime time to get to know Russia and place and run their actions against our background. With the United States, I do not want us to appear as a hypocritical nation. We came out of the World War II unscathed, not really, as we were far away from the center of the action, and we have the least damage done in comparison, especially in comparison to Russia. Arming ourselves with nuclear weapons, using the excuse of protection, it just appears hypocritical to the other nations.
All right, so as you can tell, we have very opposing viewpoints, but we were able to come to an agreement on what action should be taken. So we do not want to take immediate action to seem very hostile towards Russia, and we want to sort of be able to know what we're dealing with and take the time to plan out a strategic move on what to do. We want to take a look from their point of view, as he was saying, that we want to be able to consider factors from our side and their side. We want to run ideas past a group of people to have a sort of consensus and make sure that we have come to the best decision possible on what we're dealing with and how to deal with it. And we will have to convene a board and be able to come to a decisive decision within the next few months. Thank you for your time.